Hello there. Let me tell you a story about a blacksmith named Borin and how he defeated a dragon that couldn't be slain with a sword. You see, Borin was the best blacksmith in the village. From sunrise to sunset, you could hear the cheerful clang, clang, clang of his hammer. He made strong horseshoes for the farmers' horses and reliable nails to hold the village's homes together. But Borin dreamed of more. He gazed at the castle on the hill and imagined crafting magnificent, gleaming swords for the king's own knights, swords that would be sung about in great halls. One day, his chance arrived. A royal messenger declared that the king sought the finest swords for his royal guard. Borin's heart soared, but then it sank. To make swords worthy of a king, he needed a special metal called starfall iron, and it cost a fortune. A sleek, well-dressed man named Silas appeared. "I can provide the gold you need," Silas purred. "You can repay me slowly from your future profits." Desperate to seize his dream, Borin signed a scroll. Then another lender offered more gold, and then a third. Borin signed again and again. Soon, his workshop was filled with the gleaming starfall iron. The clang, clang, clang of his hammer became a frantic, desperate bang, crash, bang. As he worked day and night, magnificent swords began to take shape. But a strange thing happened. The more beautiful the swords became, the wearier Borin grew. For every market day, the lenders would arrive. Silas, with his cruel smile, would demand his payment. The gruff man would pound on the anvil. The third lender would just stand there, a silent, looming shadow. Borin would hand over nearly all the gold from his sword sales. He was creating objects of great value, but he himself was becoming poorer. He had built his dream, but 3 invisible monsters were eating it, bite by bite. He felt trapped, crushed by a weight he couldn't see. One evening, as Borin stared into his dying forge fire, a calm, well-dressed traveler entered. This was Master Elian, a merchant known for his wisdom. "I require a dagger of exceptional balance," Elian requested. He watched as Borin worked with frantic, angry energy. "Blacksmith," he observed gently, "your hammer strikes with fury, not with focus. What battle wages in your own heart?" The kindness in the merchant's voice broke through Borin's despair. The story of the 3 lenders and his impossible weekly payments came tumbling out. "I work and work, but the hole only gets deeper," Borin confessed. "It feels like I'm fighting a 3-headed dragon." Master Elian nodded. "You are trying to fight all 3 beasts at once," he said. "That is a battle no one can win. You must face them one at a time. Let me show you the strategy of the focused warrior. First, you must know your enemy. How much do you owe each lender?" Borin listed them. 10 gold crowns to the stern man, 50 to the silent lender, and 100 to the smiling Silas. "Now," Elian instructed, "you will give the 2 larger dragons a tiny morsel each week, just enough to keep them quiet. This is their minimum payment. But all the rest of your strength, every extra copper and silver piece you earn, you will focus on the smallest dragon. You attack that one with everything you have." Borin looked puzzled. "But the big one?" "Silas, he roars the loudest." "The big one is a distraction," Elian explained. "The smallest dragon is the most vulnerable. Slay it first. and you achieve your first victory. That victory will give you hope. More importantly, the gold you were using to fight it is now freed. You then add that gold to your strength and attack the next smallest dragon. With each victory, your power grows. A spark of hope lit in Borin's eyes. The very next day, he began his new campaign. When the lenders came, he gave the ones owed 50 and 100 crowns only their small morsels. They grumbled, but they accepted. Then, he took every other coin and threw it at the stern man he owed 10 crowns to. The man was shocked by the large payment. Week after week, Borin did this. The bang, crash, bang of his hammer became a steady, purposeful clang, clang, clang once more. He was no longer working in panic, but with a plan. Then, a glorious day arrived. Borin made his final payment to the stern lender. The man nodded, a flicker of respect in his eyes, and handed Borin a scroll marked "Paid in Full." Borin nailed that scroll to his workshop wall. It was his first trophy. A dragon was slain. Now, he had all the gold that was going to that first lender, plus his own extra coins. He turned his attention to the silent lender he owed 50 crowns. His attacks were now twice as powerful. The payments came faster and faster. In what felt like no time at all, another paid in full scroll was nailed to his wall. The second dragon was vanquished. Finally, it was just Borin and Silas, the 100-crown dragon. Silas arrived, expecting his usual small morsel, but Borin stood tall, holding a heavy, clinking bag. "This is for you, Silas," Borin said, his voice steady and strong. "All of it." The final debt shrank with astonishing speed until, on one sunny afternoon, the last gold crown was paid. A deep, profound silence fell over the workshop. It was the silence of the dragon's curse being broken. The weight was gone. Borin still worked hard. He still made his magnificent swords. But now, when a knight paid him a bag of gold, the gold was his to keep. The monster of endless debt was gone. Defeated, not by one giant leap, but by one focused, determined step at a time. And so, if you ever feel chased by your own dragons of worry, remember Borin's lesson. Don't face them all at once. Find the smallest one, gather your strength, and focus on it until it falls. That first victory will give you the courage and the power for the next. Your freedom is waiting, one battle at a time. If you like this type of stories, please click the follow and like button for more.